from one of our viewers too that Derek Reimer is actually being now held in solitary confinement there in Canada.
Oh,
So, yeah,
my
so
Lord.
yeah, do please do continue to keep uh, these people in prayer.
Amen.
Well, during the week, I read a survey which kind of ties in with kind of what we're seeing. It was conducted by the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, and they released a report on Tuesday, basically examining college students' views on free speech following the assassination of Charlie Kirk. The survey was conducted over the whole month of October, sampling undergraduate students nationwide throughout the US. The majority of students felt a great deal or slightly less comfortable expressing their views on controversial political topics during a classroom discussion. 68% expressed that great deal or slightly less comfortable viewpoint. 64% said expressing their views on a controversial political topic to other students during a discussion in a campus common space, they felt uncomfortable. And 65% expressed sharing your opinion basically on social media. They were a lot more uncomfortable about doing that. But the real shocker for me was that over 90% of the students believed that words can be violent. Only 9% disagreed with the notion that words can be violent. Now, the chief research advisor, Sean Stevens, said that when people start thinking that words can be violence, violence becomes an acceptable response to words. Even after the murder of Charlie Kirk, college students think that someone's words can be a threat. This is antithetical to a free and open society where where words are the best alternative to political violence, he said. So is this part of what we're seeing happening? Is this why we're seeing a rise in tolerance in violent behavior, especially among the youth, yet people are getting condemned for their words? What happens when people begin to fear free speech and the spoken word? Jacob, your thoughts?
Well, obviously, it is a progression. It is incremental. The disappearance of democracy commenced some time ago when we abandoned the biblical principles that engendered it, and particularly in the English-speaking democracies. That was the beginning. But let's remember, the closer we get, not just to the return of Christ, but preceding that, the advent of Antichrist, the faster, the erosion of rights and freedoms are going to transpire. It'll happen at a faster pace. We are told essentially two things are going to come into play before Jesus returns. Twice the New Testament tells us it's going to be like two things. One is the days of Noah, where Jesus was emphatic, just like the days of Noah. It'll come to that, where it was not like, but just like. On one hand, people will be consumed with temporal life, eating and drinking, marrying, giving in marriage, not wanting to know the way they didn't in the days of Noah. But then what happened? The apparition of demonoids on the earth with the Nephilim. Again, I've had no doubt since the 1970s that the Antichrist is going to use extraterrestrial phenomena as part of his deception. Um, Calling down fire from the skies and things of this nature. It's going to be like that. We're going to see some kind of incarnation of demonoids. We are going to see a facilitation of demonic beings. Biogenetic engineering, where would their souls come from when you clone the DNA of somebody? Where's it going to happen? I don't know the exact form it's going to take, but I know what happened in the days of Noah will happen again. Antichrist is cast down from heaven. Antichrist is cast down from heaven in Revelation chapter 12, as it says, Satan came down and entered Judas. Jesus said, now I saw Satan cast down. Those things are going to happen. Absolutely. The other, of course, is as in the days of Lot. There will be a rescue, but you are going to see the sins of Sodom. Homosexuality was originally about tolerance, just tolerate us. But then it became, no, you have to agree with and condone what we are, and we're not going to tolerate you if you don't. Homosexuality would become more and more militant and violent. We've been teaching this for well over 10 years on a Moriel recorded teaching tape called Not Even a Minyan, Not Even a Minyan, about the rescue of Lot, which is the type of the rapture. And the other is just as it was in the days of Noah. The disappearance of rights and freedoms are incremental. They're simply another step going in this direction. But what we are going to actually see are the days of Noah and the days of Lot. The political trail to this is conspicuous already. The technological trail, as John Lennox has been warning about AI, is becoming conspicuous already. We're going to see the technological trail and we're going to see the political trail. But not least of all, we are seeing the theological trail via the apostasy of the church.